Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Compact Everyday Carry and Gadgets. And today we're going to be discussing, is Glock late to the party by finally introducing and giving us a 15 round factory magazine for the Glock 43X MOS. Now, the reason why I say this, because if you're like me, you either invested in OEM magazines for your 43X, or you went out and invested either in Shield Arms or Palmetto State Armory micro dagger mags. Me personally, I own a couple of the PSA micro dagger mags, and those have been reliable so far. So it's been 100% reliable. I haven't had any malfunctions, any misfires. It's just they've just ran awesome, and they give the Glock 43X MOS 15 rounds plus one in the head, and which helps the Glock 43X MOS compete with all these other brands that have been out and are just crushing it, giving you so much round capacity in these tiny frames and tiny packages. So is Glock late to the party? I feel for me, for example, of course, I will go out and purchase them as soon as they become available because I have this channel and I will review it and I will talk about it and I'll run them so that you guys can see whether or not to go ahead and pull the trigger on purchasing them. But if I was just a regular Joe and I own, as you can see, I have 4 OEM Glock mags and they all have base plates. So some of them do give me some extra round capacity. Uh, but if I didn't have the channel and I don't got to go out and invest into, because I wouldn't just buy one, I would probably go ahead and buy three, two minimum for sure, but maybe three or four. But if these are running perfect, if I have the PSA micro dagger mags, which I do, and I got two of those and they have all ran perfectly, and those are giving me 15 rounds, I don't know if I would go out and invest into buying more. Now I did notice right now I'm on the website and I do see that Glock in the Glock store, they are priced, I believe, correctly, and they're priced aggressively, especially when you compare them to these other brand mags. Right now, I see that Glock is having pre-order sales for $31.99 for a Glock Factory 15 round magazine. So I think that's actually pretty good, especially when you compare it. Let's see the Shield Arms S15 Gen 3 15 round magazines. Right now they're going for $42. I remember with the Gen 1 they did have issues. People were having a lot of issues, but now with the Gen 3 they're way more reliable and those have been performing awesome. Now remember, with the Shield Arms you are getting a metal magazine, so you will have to swap out the mag catch right here. So you will have to swap it out for a metal or aluminum one to avoid it kind of scratching over time and getting dull and then having magazines dropping on you when you're shooting. Now for the Palmetto State Armory micro dagger mags, those are priced at $34.99. So that is a little more than what the Glock store is selling the factory 15 round magazine. So they're obviously aware of the problem. Like I said, I feel like they gave all these other companies time to kind of take their snacks and go and make money off of it. But what Glock did do is, I'm pretty sure they checked out the Shield Arms and the PSA micro mags and saw what worked and what didn't work, and I'm pretty sure they went out and made sure they're gonna perfect it. Now from the looks of it, I do think, let me just confirm, that the factory 15 round magazines are gonna be metal. So they are gonna be metal. So I'm not sure if we're gonna have to go out and swap out the mag release when purchasing this. Now what I think Glock should definitely do, I believe they should definitely start selling the Glock 43X MOS, shipping them with the 15 round magazine, and doing away with the 10 round. So instead of trying to sell both and just sell the 15 round magazine one a little higher, I don't think it makes sense, because I think the 10 round magazines were going for somewhat around 30 something dollars already. So if they're going for the 15 rounds for 30 something dollars, I believe they should ship out all their new Glock 43X MOS with the 15 round magazine and just do away with the 10 round magazine, because we all love the Glock 43X MOS. This is probably the one handgun that I have that has been the most reliable. I have never had a misfire, even with these upgrades that you see I've done to the slide and to the trigger. I still haven't had any malfunctions, any misfires. The gun always goes bang every time I pull the trigger. So it is amazing, but the only thing that was always holding it back was the fact that it only came with a 10-round magazine, and you had all these other companies killing the game, giving you 12, 15, even 17 rounds in smaller handguns. And I feel like that's why the Glock 43X MOS probably felt the pressure and felt the heat, especially seeing the success that the Shield Arms and the Palmetto State Armory micro dagger mags, seeing all the success they were having. I know Glock said, hey, we're leaving a lot of money on the table, money that we should be collecting and picking up. So I think that's cool, but I think instead of Glock selling them separately, I mean, of course, sell them separate, but I feel like all your new Glock 43X MOS that should ship with the 15 round, and that way you have a resurgence of the Glock 43X MOS, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would rather buy this over all these other handguns that are offering way more rounds. But then when you think about what you're giving up, people end up going for the more round capacity. So the fact that Glock is as reliable as they are in their aftermarket game is so deep. People are gonna go back to wanting to purchase the Glock 43X MOS, especially if it ships with that 15 round magazine. Now, I also am curious to see if they do start shipping out the gun and the magazine with the 15 round magazine, if they're going to be swapping out the magazine release, the mag catch as well. That's something I'm curious. I'm not sure. I haven't done my research to see if this is something they've already addressed, but that I am curious to see and see what they do with that. But yeah, Glock, I think what you guys should do, definitely, I think if that price stays the same even after it's been out, because I know right now they're trying to promote the sale and trying to entice us to go out and purchase it. Like I said, it is an investment, because most people don't just purchase one, they usually purchase a few. So it's priced correctly, but I think the next step is ship out the new Glock 43X MOS with the 15 round magazine, and don't make people have to go out and purchase a firearm and then also make an extra purchase of having to purchase a 15 round magazine. I think that's not fair to us fans of the Glocks, especially if you're a person that just wants to buy one firearm, get it out the way, and just go out to the range and train and practice. Make it easier. Ship the new Glock 43X MOS with the 15 round magazines. Now, what I do see them probably doing is making a Gen 6 of the Glock 43X MOS, giving you the newer looking frame, possibly the newer trigger as well, and then that comes with the 15 round, and then keeping the Gen 5s with the regular 10 round. I don't think they should do that. I think they should start anything that gets shipped out new should, in my opinion, come with the 15 round magazine, because it just makes it easier. You don't got to purchase a gun plus go out and purchase a frame, which is just an extra buy. And like I said, those people that do have to go out and reinvest into a whole new pack of magazines, you're probably going to buy 2 or 3. Like I said, I do believe they're priced correctly, and I think Glock is going to force PSA and Shield Arms to bring those prices way down, because there's no way I'm gonna pay more money for a aftermarket brand over a factory brand. But that's it for now, guys. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you guys think they left a lot of money on the table, or if you think that they were just waiting to see what other people were doing and then perfect and correct the mistakes that the other brands were making. That way they give us the best possible magazine. But that's it for now, guys. Compact everyday carry and gadgets. God bless, guys. Take care.